fine. How are you doing?
I'm great. A little sweaty, but I'm okay.
It's okay.
So,
I think you get used to the sweat. It's
right?
fine.
Okay. Good thing I have like a fan on and everything. So, other than an artist, how else would you describe yourself?
Jack of all trades and queen of none.
Wow, why is that? That's a big title.
The whole concept came from the Renaissance man,
Okay.
Jack of all trades, king of none. And I said, why can't I be a jack of all trades? I dibble dabble in many things. So I am an artist, a starving artist. I am a certified teacher as well. I teach
Awesome.
in a private school in Bahrain.
Mhm.
I teach grade 6s to grade 12, and I focus on DP program for International Baccalaureate. And with that, I also run my own art studio. So I have an art studio I've been running for the last 7 years.
Wow.
And it's like a very hands-on, I call it my beautiful mess, because it is a complete mess. And there's not a single facade in that room that doesn't have paint on it. You know, the
Wow.
ceiling has paint, the walls have paint, the tables under the tables, don't ask. So like I spend a lot of time at my studio there, so I have that space. We focus on like workshops and teaching classes and stuff like that, and then I have fun with my travels and things like that. So that's pretty much all I really do, because I don't have a fine line between work and passion anymore.
Makes things
Because
interesting.
what I love to do, like my passion is my work.
Mhm.
Love teaching, I love art. When those are two combined together, there's no fine line anymore.
Right.
So when it really is, alhamdulillah, a blessing when I can wake up and go to work
Mhm.
and feel like I can be happy all day.
So, what motivated you to you take your passion and turn it into a business? Like, how did that even happen?
Well, I will give credit to my husband for that.
Oh.
He was constantly arguing with me about paint being everywhere. He just couldn't understand. Like he
Yeah.
was just like, I don't get it. Like you have an easel. I said the floor is better. You know, it's like, but why is paint on the walls? I'm like, this has happened. You know.
Yeah.
And I used to tell him, but then he, after like a year or 2 years of him nagging,
Mhm.
I just told him, I'm like, you know what? I went to my mom. We have a family compound back home in Bahrain.
Okay.
And I went to my mom and I said, Mom, there's a squash board.
Okay.
No one has used it for the last 100 years.
Mhm.
I'm taking it, I'm stripping it down,
Yeah.
and I'm making my studio in there. Turned it into a single studio. A lot of people said, you won't be able to succeed because you're not business-minded, or you're not, and I'm not business-minded. I don't consider myself business-minded. I don't even consider myself an artist. I just feel like I'm having fun all the time.
Right. Okay.
And started with only 200 BDs,
Mhm.
which is nothing.
Oh my
I
God.
bought my first table with it, all my art supplies, and I started. Now my studio space is always music playing. I always have like resonating sounds, vocals, like very calming, inducing moments, you know, and you need that, especially when you're focusing with many students. So
Sounds super chill.
it is,
Yeah.
it really is so much fun. You should come. It really is.
So, what is artology? Like, tell us about it.
Oh, artology is the brainchild of myself and my sister. We started it together.
Okay.
She went through a really rough patch 7 years ago, and I said, let's do this together. You know,
Okay.
let's have some fun, and let's make a little bit of money. And
Okay.
you know, initially it was just like a whole load of friends coming together to paint. You know,
Sure.
that was it. You know,
Right.
like you want to de-stress, put the kids to bed, and then come here to paint. You know, order some food, have some fun,
Yeah, yeah.
laugh till like 3 in the morning, and paint.
That's adorable.
And then, but then they started saying things like, can I send my child to you? Can I do this? Can I do that? Then after like 6-7 months, I told Reem, I said, you think we should have a class?
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't know, it's just so restricting. I said, let's try it.
Okay.
So alhamdulillah, it worked, and now we're running 7 days a week,
Wow.
and morning and night and evening. And artology is actually a space for everything. Like I believe everyone is an artist, and the only reason we can't call ourselves artists is because we actually haven't found the right expression yet. I wanted to create a space where it was unrestricted. I hated it going to school when teachers were like, there's a bowl of fruits, you draw this bowl of fruits.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And,
I know what you're talking about.
And that's not the color.
Right.
And then I would look at them and say, why does an apple have to be red?
Yeah.
What else is a representation of an apple?
Right.
Like, why are we so restricted in these things? Why are we so rigid? When art is about expression and we express in so many ways.
Yeah.
And that's why we opened Artology. We have open sessions, so like you'll have like some really intense students coming, you know, and tortured souls. And I love seeing them because they're so, and then they'll come and they'll scratch and paint and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And then you'll have these lovely old women coming in, doing some oil paint.
It's so funny, yeah.
It's nice.
Mm-hmm. So what challenges did you face, you know, starting up this business, and how did you overcome them?
I think our biggest challenge has been establishing ourselves.
Okay.
Because people are always going to look for something, you know, you always have self-doubt, you know, can I do this? And the biggest challenge was getting a name in the market as to what we were, and educating the parents that it's okay to have a system like this. And when I have had parents come to me and say, I'm taking my student out of your class, like halfway through the class, I don't agree with your teaching. And I would tell them, it's fine, you know, not to agree with my teaching, that's fine. Like, if you don't agree with this, that's up to you.
Right.
So that was the hardest thing, educating people and making them think outside the bubble that this is how it's supposed to be.
So how did, like, parents, or even your parents, feel about, you know, like, usually society's like, oh, art, you don't want to be a starving artist and all that, you know?
Oh, I think my mom has been the most supportive of it all. Like, she's very supportive. Right. My father, Ali Yarhamah, he passed away when I was 21. But when I went into arts college, he used to laugh and he used to say, this is my adopted daughter. Like, she's not one of us, you know, because all of my brothers went to banking, finance, you know, my sister also went to finance. She always had art in her, but for some reason she went to finance. And he used to always say, like, she's adopted. You know, I was like, Dad, what the hell, you know? Right. So, but then as the time flew, like now my mom and my sister are my biggest fans. Your mom will always be the first person to push you, you know, to whatever. Alhamdulillah, she's never stopped me from this. And she's,
awesome,
it really is, it's a nice, good thing that she sees, and I'm close to her as well, and she sees me grow, and it's nice. Yeah.
So you being an entrepreneur, what do you think is the key factor in order to have like a successful business?
I know it sounds so cliche when you say this, that you have to have passion for what you do.
Okay.
It sounds so cliche because we hear it all the time. People are always telling us, love what you do, love what you do. But it really has to be like that. If you have no desire to excel in it, you can't do it. Like, it really does come down to that. So that's really the only thing.
So you said earlier that you don't have like a specific style of art. You can, you know, go crazy with it. But if you do have a style, what would it be? What's your style of art?
Oh my God.
Right.
I think this style has evolved so much, but the most basic, broadest like umbrella could be expressionism.
Okay.
Because I have bold strokes, bold colors, and it's almost a mix of abstract, but I don't see I'm very abstract anymore because I'm becoming more refined as I work.
Okay.
And every like collection that comes out becomes more precise.
So you are from Bahrain, but you're also very proud of your Pakistani roots, right? So how do you incorporate both Bahrain and Pakistan into your art?
Ooh, you know, growing up, I always ran away from Pakistan. Always. I was like, no, I'm not Pakistani. I'm not Pakistani. No, I'm Bahraini. And I don't know, I think it was just the culture I grew up in Bahrain, like, you know, your surroundings, your friends are Bahraini, you don't want to admit you're different. But I believe, like, recently in the last, like, maybe 5-6 years, like, I don't know what happened, fell in love with Pakistan. I have no clue why, and it was just like love affair that started with Lahore.
When did this happen? Okay.
That started, my love affair with Lahore started 5 years ago. This guy gave me a pamphlet of Dr. Ajaz Anwar's artworks. He is a Lahore-based artist.
Okay.
And he painted all these old buildings in old Lahore.
Okay.
And this guy like just gave me this pamphlet and said, take a look at this art. I said, yeah, fine, whatever. After I think like 2-3 months, I was like, okay, I'm going to take a look at this and see what, see what I have to, what's this guy all about?
Yeah.
Woo! After that, khalas. It was like done deal. I went to Lahore. I walked the streets. I missed. My father and mother were from Lahore. My mother is alive, alhamdulillah, but my father was from Lahore as well. So after so long, like I lost my father, and I felt like I found him when I visited Pakistan again.
Wow. Okay.
Like I could remember him. I could smell him. I could.
So sweet. Yeah.
You know, I walked, like all those childhood memories that I blocked off, like started coming back. Walking the streets, hearing the sound, hearing the horse hooves, you know, seeing like the goats' pellets on the floor.
Wow, what a sight to see.
But you know, but like growing up, I used to be like, what are those? You know, and like go and touch them and be like, what is this? You know, don't realize it. But now it's like all those smells remind me of childhood.
Yeah.
So that's where my love affair started.
Bringing it back, right?
Yeah, and now it's like grown. Like I've made series and series and series on this love affair that's just becoming massive. But it's
great.
good.
Yeah.
In my collaborative works, I've only ever collaborated with one artist, and that is Yusuf Bashir Qureshi.
Yeah, okay.
And he is our favorite brainchild. Is the door we have outside. We've done this.
Okay.
We worked on this beautiful door, and it was this clash of titans when we started it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, two very versatile artists. He's very different. I'm very different. And then collaborating together was just insane.
Right.
Because obviously, you know, I was looking at him thinking he's gonna think my art is crap, and he's looking at me thinking she's gonna think my art is crap. You know, so both of us like.
Right.
And then, alhamdulillah, it worked out. We worked on it for a year, and it came out, and now we're in the process of working on something new.
It's super cool. Yeah.
Let's see. It's a little outside of my comfort zone,
Okay.
but I'm willing to take this challenge.
Okay,
So
can't wait to see it.
I hope so.
So, last question.
Okay.
I'm a crazy foodie, if you didn't know.
Okay.
And I just wanted to know, what is your favorite place to eat anywhere in the world, or you know what your favorite food is, even if your mom made it or whatever. Super random.
Okay, I'll tell you what my favorite. Oh, that's really
I
hard.
gotta take notes.
I
girl.
can tell you what my favorite dessert is.
Okay.
Gulab jamun. From
the best gulab jamun
there's
you've
this
ever had.
there's this guy in Bahrain. His name is Anayat, and he makes them.
Okay.
But that's my most favorite like gulab jamun I can get.
Okay.
But in food is my mom's halim.
Oh. Okay.
Like I do love. I'm not a foodie. That's my problem.
It's
So
okay.
but my favorite is, I would say, halim.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for meeting with me.
Thank you very
and
much.
have a safe flight to
Thank
Bahrain.
you very much. And have a good day. Thanks.
Thanks. All right.